you mentioned the 18 forms, no, of A. So such things are not possible, obviously. You have A and A, two forms of A. And now, if we are going to Sanskriti 2.0, one way to do that is, we just say, now we go to 32-bit, and you have given here, we can go into detail how that 5.7 billion come, but with 32 bits, you can go up to 4 billion. 2 by 32 is approximately 4 billion, which will be a really 99.999, most common things will be captured. Okay. So, now the interesting question is, obviously if we look from going from 65,536 to 4 billion, when you go from 65,536 to even 1,31,000, 72, you have covered many more useful cases, right? Just doubling the code space, we cover many more commonly used cases. So one of the interesting things is, even though you can have 64-bit and cover everything, there is a value in actually taking a look at actual sentences. For example, somebody gives a fairly comprehensive sentence like Bhagavad Gita, because a lot of words are used, and then sees what are the commonly used phonemes, and represent them. That would be a good way to take care of creating a coding specification. And then start seeing, where are we making a mistake? Because if we just say 5.7 billion, I'm not sure if that is the best way to go from 16-bit code to whatever is the next, because the next Sanskriti 2.0 could be 24-bit or 32-bit or 21-bit. It should be as efficient as possible, in my view. But the other way of doing is, give it huge amount of code space, like Unicode has done. Because in Unicode, you can have multiple 16-bit values combined. That is not very efficient, and that will naturally not allow Indian languages to get a basically the same treatment as, say, something like English, because in English, the language itself, the words themselves form the phonemes from individual characters, whereas our languages are built on phonetic character sets, right? I mean, that's why we are languages. So we need to ensure that efficiency is also important. There are some interesting things. Let's say we say, okay, we support all possibilities of a swara and up to 3 vyanjanas. In Sanskriti 1.0, we have 2 vyanjanas. Let's say, and we can have some, in addition, we can have some commonly used combinations of 2 vyanjanas, so that we can go up to 3 or even 4. But let's say in Sanskriti 2.0, we say we have a slot for 3 vyanjanas directly, right? So that means that we have like 5 bits, 5 bits, 5 bits. That would be 15 bits. And just 5 bits is 32, so roughly 15 bits. The interesting thing is, some of in the Maheswar Sutra, if you go back, now some of these cannot be combined with others. Example is, if we see jhaba, right? There cannot be, I mean, in my view at least, there cannot be 2 bhas combined. Nobody can actually pronounce 2 bhas.
Well,
you can actually pronounce 2 jhas. So, I mean, how would somebody pronounce 2 jhas, right? You can say,
you said 2 jhas. There is a Panini Sutra, Ajjana Ghamam. So there, he is talking of the ja and the cha, and then the second ja and the second ja combination is there in the sutra. Ajjana Gamam, it is there. And when Panini says that there must be a Vedic mantra which refers to that, or that combination will come up in one of the Ashtavikruti pathas of the Veda. I don't know the full extent of that, but
Okay.
what I say is technically it is possible. If it can be pronounced, it is coded.
Okay, so let's move on to another example. Maybe ja is with some practice somebody can pronounce it, but something like let's see, which sutra I should look at.